Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your general reading for February 2018. I've already done love and romance readings for this month as well. If you haven't seen that, I've got the link down below. You can check that out. I also want to let you know that I'm offering love and romance readings for $14 in honor of Valentine's Day on February 14th. So if you're interested, just send me an email and I'll send all the information that you need to set that up with me. My email address is down below, so check it out down below. All right, thanks, Taurus. Here we go. I think this has something to do with romance this month. We've got this card here, 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. It's about using your intuition, tapping into those psychic abilities that you have, doing your little meditation and getting your message from spirit about what's going on and what you need to do. And then we've got confidence. Be bold, rise up and stand tall. Feel the fire in your soul. Feel that fire, Taurus. You're earthy and you're steady and you're very slow sometimes. And my God, can you be stubborn? But this is all about feeling the fire, okay? Something is going on where there's a shallow victory. So this is about, it's either you or somebody you know being victorious, but something was lost. What was lost in order to win? And that's the big question. I'm going to keep on going because I don't know what that's in reference to until I do some more of these cards. So that's really the overall, theme of what's going on this month is some kind of a shallow victory where somebody's a winner and somebody's a loser. And this is you. This is about your partnership, your connection with another person, your romantic partnership. This could be a business partnership, but it's probably a romantic partnership because it comes up over here. So there's something to do with you with this romantic partnership here. Now the conflict is this home. The happy home and the family is the conflict. Maybe you're involved with somebody that has children and that was previously married or just has, they already have children. So maybe there's some conflict about that. Maybe this is just about conflicts in the home. Something's going on at home where you're having conflicts at home about something. And as a result, you kind of feel stuck. You feel stuck and trapped in a situation. You feel like you don't have any control over it. It's out of your hands. Now, sometimes the message of this card is to look at your situation from a different perspective. And maybe it's not as bad as what you think. If you look at the bigger picture may be different. If there's some situation with your partner and there's conflicts at home, there's conflicts with the family. Maybe you are divorced yourself, and then there's conflicts because of the loss of that family unit. And that's what's reflected here, potentially. Maybe you were the winner. Maybe you wanted out of that relationship, and now you're the winner. But what did you lose? Did you lose this family unit in order to be the winner? You wanted out, you wanted to win, and you lost this family unit in order to do so. Was it worth it? That's the message of this card. If you're the winner, but was it worth it? As if you're having conflicts at home and you want out, and then you get out, and was it worth it in the end? That's what's a shallow victory. Now, this is the secret. So the secret is sadness and loss and possibly regret. So for some of you, you may be feeling some sense of regret over the loss of the family unit. Or this is, but this is a secret, so it's not something you talk about. I'm trying to make a connection between these things. I'm thinking of this relationship and the loss of this family unit. It was almost past tense, and I was looking at this to see if this is connected. And it doesn't really make it real clear because right now, currently, you are in a partnership. So maybe it's just about you're feeling some sense of sadness and loss and regret with this partnership that you're in now, this current partnership you're in now. But there's some kind of conflicts about the family unit here. Whether it's their family, your family, or the family you share together, there's some kind of conflicts. And maybe you feel like it's out of your hands. Now, in the past is this person who was, it was either another person who's a very spiritual person. Somebody has spiritual gifts, energy worker, psychic, just a spiritual person in general. Somebody who can, who's very connected with their dreams. Somebody who's connected spiritually to spirit, to people who've crossed over, very spiritually aware kind of a person. So it's either a person that was in your life in the past, or this was an aspect of you in the past. And maybe you've lost touch with that. Maybe that was a skill and an ability you had in your past and you lost touch with that. Now this is your current situation where you feel discontent. So, if you're with this partnership and you're feeling discontent in this current partnership, it's not quite what you had hoped it to be. So you're feeling a little discontent. Did you, maybe it's about winning this person. What did you do? What did you give up to win that person? So now you won this person and you're discontent with that person. So that goes back to the shallow victory. So, okay, you're the winner, you won them over, but was it worth it? Because now you're kind of like, You're a little bit not as happy as you were hoping you would be, because there's conflict surrounding the family unit, whether it's their family or your family, or there's some difficulty. It's not connecting there. Now, in your near future, there's conflicts again. Here's the conflicts showing up in the near future. It could be competition. Maybe you're competing against the family. Maybe if your partner has children and you feel like you're always competing with their children and you want their attention and you're not getting their attention. Now, for those of you who are married and the conflicts are surrounding your own family and your own partner and the spouse that you're with, and then this is just indicating conflicts. You're just having conflicts within the marriage, within the family at home. Are they conflicts because of your spouse? Or are they conflicts because of one of your children? Whatever the case is, they're just some kind of conflicts for some of you that are married. I'm going to get one more card to pull there, see what comes up. I'm curious to know what else might show up because, we already know there's some kind of conflicts within the family unit. And I'm just getting another card to confirm there's conflicts, but we already know that. So come on, Spirit, give us something else. We want to know. We want to know what's going on. Give us some hope for a better future. Give us some positive message of what's going to happen in the near future. Give us some hope for something in the near future. 1, 2, 3. All right, so the hope, here we go. So the King of Swords, I flipped this card over. I should have kept it because there was another card that was right on top, right with it, was this card, this Justice card. So this King of Swords could be a person who's a Libra because the Justice represents Libra. This could also be some legal situation. He could represent a lawyer surrounding some legal situation. Doesn't necessarily mean you're splitting up. It could, for some of you, it could be meaning you're splitting up. For others of you, it could be, this could be the justice of the peace and signing a contract to get married, because marriage shows up in your final outcome for some of you. Maybe you're having conflicts if you're with somebody who has children or your children, and there's conflicts with that blended family. But in the end, some of you are going to end up married. So this could be some kind of a legal situation here that could represent a lawyer, or it could represent a person who's a Libra. The King of Swords could also be an Aquarius or a Gemini. But he would be somebody who's educated, very knowledgeable, very wise, very educated. And that's in the near future. So this is represents how you feel inside. So you kind of feel like the hermit. Maybe you feel alone and you feel lonely. Maybe you're in this partnership and you feel lonely. Maybe, this competition is with your, maybe your significant other is spending a lot of time with the children and not as much time as you would like them to spend with you. Or they're spending a lot of time at work and not spending as much time with you. Or something about whatever's going on with the conflict with the home and the family. And you feel kind of alone and lonely in that. Now, for some of you, it may be some sense of regret over a person who's a Virgo. The Hermit also represents Virgo. So maybe you're regretting some situation about this Virgo. Now, this is somebody in your environment. And this is a person who's looking towards the future. Or it's a person who's wondering what else is out there. Maybe your significant other is unhappy and they're wondering, what else is out there for me? Is there something else for me that's out there? This is the person in your environment. I'll get one more on that one too. I'll see what else comes out for that. Get a little more indication of what's going on with this other person. All right, Spirit, give me some clarity on that Three of Wands. It's that waiting, and then it's about waiting. Maybe they're waiting for you. Here's this Swords energy again. For some of you, there's definitely a connection with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Because you had the King of Swords and now you have the Knight of Swords. So there's definitely, for some of you, it's an air sign. But the Knight of Swords, again, that Swords energy could be about taking action. This is this person in your environment who they're either looking to see what else is out there, or they're looking to the future, wondering what's going to happen. Or sometimes this Knight of Swords has to do with taking action regarding school and education, whether it's higher education or just educating themselves in some way. Maybe they're looking towards the future, and part of that future is about getting a better education. Like this whole reading, even though it's a general reading, is really focusing on relationships, because this card came up to represent you. This card is your hopes and fears. So this is the Lover's card, which is a Gemini also. So for some of you, it's a Gemini. But then this is the marriage card. The Hierophant represents marriage and the final outcome. So for some of you, it's definitely about a marriage. It's definitely about connecting. Maybe the conflict is the conflict is that you're not living together and you want to live together. Maybe you want to live together before getting married, or maybe you're living together and you're having a hard time. If you just moved in with each other and you're having a hard time with that right now. But it's really like, even though it's a general reading, it's very much focused on relationships, because that's just how it turned out. So that's just how it turned out. So again, this is the hopes and fears card. And for some of you, it's hoping for this lover, hoping to stay with this person, to connect with this person. Maybe you only just met somebody and you're newly dating them. And maybe you just started dating, but you're hoping that it turns into something better. And for others of you, it's just a Gemini. Maybe you really want a Gemini. This person in your life is a Gemini, because that's also reflected in the Swords. The Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So in the final outcome is the Hierophant, which is the marriage. So for some of you, this could be a relationship that turns into a marriage, a potential marriage partner here. The Hierophant also represents Taurus. So there could be another Taurus involved. This is success and victory in this relationship, whatever's happening. This is having some success and victory in public recognition. And then the King of Wands. So out of the blue comes this King of Wands. So for some of you, there's a lot of like kings and knights, and because it's a general reading, all these different things pop out. So the King of Wands could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So for some of you, it's a fire sign. It could also be about, this is the confidence. So the advice is about confidence. Be bold, rise up, and stand tall. Feel the fire in your soul. So here's you with the fire in your soul. Or if you've got the fire in your soul and you're connecting with this person, and he's a very fiery person as well, and you've got this passionate hookup with this person, because here you are passionately hooking up, and the fire is burning between you. So there you go, Taurus. There you go, Taurus. Thanks for watching. Take care. God bless.